more of a short than a long. Best, so INTS. Best news in the world. Cancer, phase 2. Best news in the world. Cancer, phase 2. Awesome, perfect. Makes this a long, right? A long 52-week breakout. A long to buy it, right? Let's see. A long. This is G-Whiz stuff. It's like you're trying to play like blackjack. This is me counting cards. You know how you go to the blackjack table and I'm counting cards? That's kind of me counting cards. That's how I know. INTS, best news in the world. Cancer, phase 2, perfect, awesome. Number 2 is like, 52-week breakout. Blah. What else? Top gainer. Friday. All this stuff. Breaking news. Low float news. Low float. All these. Well, it better not come up to. We try to kiss a view app there for a bit. And then what makes it a short? A short. Volume is low. What makes it a short? For the beginner guys, they're like, yo, this is a great long, right? But for the professional traders, they're like, float 8 million, but volume is, 21 million. For a stock to go up like 200, 300%, you need a lot of volume. You need at least 3 times this volume. So it's, this move is kind of done with. All right? All right, float, this is, wait a minute, a short, G-Whiz into expert short. There we go. Let's see. So this is like beginner. Let's see. Maybe this thing is gonna go VWAP reclaim and squeeze. Better not. This is what INTS a long, great. Best news in the world, phase 2, 52 top gainer, low floor. And then you have, the expert short. He comes in and say float is 8 million, volume's 28 million. We're in a gap and crap market. That's what he says. We're a Friday triple top. This is what the short seller says. It's already up 150%, 150%. Room from, it's already up 150%. And, this can go back to up from 3, now 12, can go back to 6. That's kind of like, how it works. So the beginner traders says, yo, this is a long, this is going to go to 20. The novice long says, yo, this is the best news in the world, has cancer, phase 2, 52-week breakout, top gainer, low float. This is going to 20. But the expert short, which is kind of me, I'm the expert short in this one. You can short 52-week breakouts and make money. Says, float is 8 million, gap and crap market, Friday triple top, it's already up to 7, and then not enough volume. Not enough volume. The short sell, not enough volume, not enough range. And, it's going to dump. It's going to dump. So the buyer, the bull says it's a long, has amazing news, 52-week breakout, is going to go to infinity. It should have went to infinity. It had potential to go to infinity here, and it had potential to go to infinity here. And normally, when you have these topish behaviors, especially when you're on a Friday, 9 out of 10 times it's going to sell off. So me, I'm the expert short seller, is going to be like, yo, it's a gap and crap market. Got to take, the overall market in effect. You have a triple top at 12. That's what I'm saying. It's already up 150%. How much more can it go? It tried multiple times. It tried 1 time, 2 times, 3 times to break 11. So now you have to take your short on it. Up from 3 to 12 can go back to 6. So it can go back to 6, maybe 5. I mean, it could just hold down in like a can 5. So it's around 11. Today's a longer live stream, amazingly. I don't know. I actually look at that. It's just going to the crapper. See? Look at that. Look at that. We're just breaking lows. Look at that. INTS. We're just halted down. We're to halt down now. So congratulations to everybody that listened to my whole live stream to short this ticker. INTS, and now we're in a halt down. And there you go, halt down. So it looks like it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. Just remember to watch my volume presentation. If you watch my volume, just scroll back through the video and watch my volume presentation on INTX. So just go back to this drawing and understand that primarily the basis points from this is that you had a bunch of novice traders that are like, yo, this thing is gonna go higher. 52-week breakout, amazing news, top gainer, low float. We even had some people in the chat saying that this is a double top and it'll run higher. But I'm a expert short seller since I blew up so many freaking accounts as an expert short seller. And I said, it's already up 150 cents, not enough volume, not enough range. We're in a gap and crap market. Float is 8 million, volume is 21 million, not enough range, it's going to dump. And soon enough, looks like, the stock is about to dump. It's dumping very hard, and I'm probably going to cover into the 7s or so forth. And it's been difficult because I was holding short at like 9. And soon enough, the ticker came up to 11. It was difficult to hold that. I think, a lot of traders would have covered into that spike there, and a lot of novice shorts would have covered there. So my psychology on this ticker worked out, but my entry was terrible. My entry was terrible, but my psychology worked out. And I have to work on my sizing, guys. I have to work on my sizing, because if I work on my sizing, I'm gonna make a lot of money. And if FFIE is making new highs here, look at FFIE. So this has been I'm still streaming because I'm still short on this one. And FFIE no, it's just down to the crapper. Yeah, see, like, once you see like 7 days in a row, once you see 7 days in a row, amazing movers, you're gonna scan barcode, trade with me live. Once you see 7 days in a row of astronomical price action, you're gonna see some crazy stuff. You're gonna have some unrealistic expectations. You're not gonna know. So this is coming back down to maybe he was talking about the 9 EMA. I was reading the chat there. Oh, there we go. Oh, FFIE testing the 9 EMA or something, 8 EMA. I'm not sure if this is a 9 EMA. I don't really use the 9 EMA, but let me see if exponential moving average. If I were gonna, well, let me see. Moving averages 9. I saw a post there. Moving average exponential. There we go. So there it is, the exponential moving average. So let's see which one is this. This is the 9 EMA. Is it the 9 EMA on the 2-minute? Maybe it's the 5-minute. Oh, it is the 5-minute. Oh yeah, the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. That's really nice. Look at that. Look at that. You see that FFIE? I don't use the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. But I saw a post that I saw a post on the channel that FFIE is testing the 9 EMA. There you go. Probably test the 9 EMA, then dump. There it is, the 9 EMA. It actually didn't dump. It tested the 9 EMA and kept going. So, well, it didn't dump, but it didn't dump. It just um, pulled back to the night before it dumped. Well, it didn't dump. It actually made a new high there. We had, yeah, I don't use the 9 EMA. I use, where's my VWAP? I just missed my VWAP. So INTX pretty good. Back down to the crapper. Probably gonna go to the sevens. You know, this is understanding INTX. I'm probably gonna add a VWAP there. Where is my VWAP? Damn. So how to add VWAP? You go to studies, add study, VWAP, all studies. Starts with VWAP. VWAP. There it is. VWAP, there it is. So what I do is right now INTS is into the INTS. So what I do with the VWAP, I kind of go like, so now we're in the eights selling off hard. So what I do is I edit the study VWAP, I make it red, and there we go. INTX just selling the crap out of it. More red. INTX, there we go. Nice three numerical style width. There we go. Make it a 4. About 4. There we go. And then I'm gonna remove the upper band and lower band. Show plot. Show bubble. Yeah. Show title. No. Show title. There we go. There we go. There it is. So that's VRAP is at 10. There we go. There we go. So look at that. Look at that. I actually added of VWAP at 990 there. Show title. There we go. So this is pretty much just dumping pretty nicely. Nice, not too bad. And we had FFIE. We had 36 there, 32 to 36. That's about it, guys. Looks like INTS is gonna turn into a gap up short. We've been streaming for. Make sure you watch the whole live stream. Me explaining, you know, volume. You know, if you want to make a lot of money, understand this. You need to understand this. You need to understand this, and then you do need to understand this life. You know, life lessons. Uh, Short. You know, understand shorting. Understand sizing and understand, you know, why INTS didn't go up, you know, 100, you know, 100 more percent after 12. You need to understand these things. Go back into the video, watch the whole video. You need to watch the video, the whole video. Me babbling, giving you knowledge to become something better than you have been so far. INTS looks like it's working so far. Yeah, my problem is sizing, I have to say. And that's very, I'm going to write a notepad over here to pretty much remember myself to not, you know, oversize in any ticker. Probably going to write a note, and I'm going to work on it next week. And very attentively, I'm gonna every time I get excited to press the buy button or the short button, I'm gonna look at my size. What's it gonna be? And I'm going to figure out what kind of size is that gonna be. And that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. And see you all for Monday live stream. See you all for Monday live stream is gonna be at 8 o'clock or 7:30. And you know, like I say, many of my videos, Mondays very hot for the overall market. So we're gonna have at least a couple of low floats that are gonna go insane. And hopefully I'm gonna turn on this light so you can see me better. There we go, light. So there we go. INTX is just flushing here. INTS is just flushing here to look at that 750. Look at that. Look at that flush. It's just I told you my target was like 750s. I'm gonna lock up that day. Looks like good. That was a great short. That was a great short. 750. I shorted it at the wrong price. I mean, this thing can go down to like the sevens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the winners for longer. Hold my winners, especially on Friday, and I'm probably gonna tell you guys how I did this week. And but primarily what I happened here is I lost in what is it, Xcur, and I pretty much bought FFIE and shorted INTS, which was not that great of a short. I shorted here and I had it go against me. It was not that great of a short, but I had the right idea. And yep, sometimes all these things come together and you can win. Even if you're down on a position, if you're comfortable with the size and comfortable with the position, I was comfortable with the position, even though I was down 20%. So I do this a lot. That's the reason I think I blew up a bunch of accounts being short, because I held stocks going against me 10, 20%, and it was very uncomfortable. And some of them, cleaned me out, because there was like at least two or three that, I had a broker buy in. So in order to protect yourself from broker buy-ins, what I ended up doing is I ended up wiring money out of my account and keeping that account small after I blew up accounts being short. But this thing is, doing exactly what I wanted to do. And make sure you watch all the video of all my G-Whiz information. I studied a lot of books to give you this G-Whiz easy, simplified version of the market. I mean, I studied many multi-millionaires. Multi-million. I bought all their courses. The courses that cost like $1,500 a piece. Those courses. That's why you see me green every day. I have a logbook. I review my trades. I study for millionaires. You want to become rich? Do the work. You want to become poor? Gamble. Your key to success is there's the 725 area that I mean, this thing can go down to under sevens. It's just a dumping, and it's probably gonna turn into like an MLGO kind of deal. You see how MLGO dump like this? This stock INTS could possibly turn into that. No bounces. Once they pull the plug, it's dead. So FFIE is the only stock other worth watching, because this is the first Green Day bounce. I'm very curious how high this thing is gonna go. Other than that, thumbs up, share with your friends, and see you all Monday. Make sure you use the QR code to get 20% off some of my streams there, some of my plans there, to get all my rules and my book and my access to the chat room. Other than that, peace out.